Hello watchers, today we will see external storage example in Android, and this entire tutorial is divided into 3 parts. So don't forget to see all this part. And in the previous tutorial we had seen internal storage. So internal storage means data will be stored in your cell phone, in your device, and external means data will be stored in SD card externally, and that data you can easily copy in your laptop or desktop, that you are already aware. So for storing data we have this option: internal cache, external public, external private. So here there is a use of writing operation. User will enter value and click on this option. Internal cache data will save internally in your smartphone in the cache folder. And here in the last 3, external cache, internal public, external private. So here in these 3 there is a need of SD card. If the SD card is not there, data will not be stored. Downside, there is a next button. You can switch into the next page for reading operation. So one by one we will see all the point. First is what is cache. So if you are having computer background, then you are already aware about the cache. In the cache, data saved temporarily, and it is a limited data that is easily available to the processor. So it saves the data temporarily, that is not permanent. Each app has private cache directly. Whatever the apps are there, they have allotted the cache memory, and the space is around few MB. Okay. When in Android space is limited, then Android will delete the cache file. If there is a problem in the storage, then Android will automatically delete the cache file. That's why it is temporary. Cache memory has limited space around 1 MB. Okay, so that is limited, means whatever the file there that are frequently used, that data is stored into the cache memory. Uninstallation of app will delete cache file, means once you uninstall or delete the app, whatever the data is there in the cache file, that will be deleted. And for performing the operation of cache, we have here 2 types, internal and external cache. And here there is a use of get cache dir method if you are using internal cache. So by using get cache dir, your data will be stored in the cache folder in the internal storage. And external means get external cache dir method is required. Data will be stored in the SD card in the cache folder. Then write operation. So here we will see the write operation, an important step for internal cache storage. Means here we will do write operation in internal cache. First step is use file class to create file inside the cache folder. So here there is a use of file class for storing the file inside the cache folder. Second point, the file stored in this path like data, package name and cache folder. That is the path for internal cache. Then for performing write operation, you have to write such kind of code. Okay. So here user.getText.toString, that is nothing but edit text user. This is the object of edit text. So we are accessing the data from edit text. Then you have to use file class for storing data in the cache folder, and then file, my file, new file, and here folder user1.txt, means that file will be stored in the folder. Which folder? In the cache folder, means user1.txt. You observe here user1.txt, it is stored in the cache folder. Okay, and the cache is present inside the package. Okay, and that one is created internally in the cell phone. So for performing writing operation, there is a use of here user defined method write my file and data. So you have to use this method, and in that method you have to write this bunch of code. File output stream, as you are already aware, perform writing operation. Here we use the instance my file, that is the object of file, because what happened, we are storing the data in cache folder, so that's why we have used this statement. Then data.get bytes, because we are performing writing operation byte by byte, and finally you have to close the file. So if you have seen my previous tutorial, you are already aware about such kind of coding. Then next one is external cache. External cache means for storing data there is a use of SD card, and in SD card cache folder is there. Inside that your data is stored. So as usual you follow the same step, use file class, and then data will be stored in this folder. As you can observe here, user2.txt is stored in the cache, and cache is nothing but a part of SD card. Then you use same bunch of code except one method, new method is required, get external cache dir, and then file name will be user2.txt. It means that file will be stored inside the cache folder. Then you perform as it is same operation for write. You use same method, file output stream, then write method, and finally close the file. Next one is external public storage. Public means data will be available for other app. Okay. Then you can organize file in the other folder like video, music, download folder, etc. Because in your mobile, in your smartphone, other folders are there: video for saving video, music for saving music, download for downloading other file. So in that file your data will be stored and it will be available for other app. For this you have to use method get external storage public directory. Then important step for the write operation is use as usual file class for storing data in the public folder. Then the location will be like this: storage, SD card, download. Means ultimately your data will be stored in SD card. So in SD card there is a download folder, or you can use video folder or other folder according to your requirement. Then you use same bunch of code except the method is different. Environment.get external storage public directory, and here you write directory download, means data will be stored in download folder. Then file name is user3.txt. Again same bunch of code is required for writing operation. Private storage. Private storage means first you use file class for creating private folder and data will be stored inside the private folder. Data cannot be used by other app because it is private, and you use the method get external file dir. Then step for external private storage are: first as usual you use file class, then your data will be stored in the storage. Here by mistake, here the spelling mistake is there, as you observe here: storage, SD card, Android, data, package name and file. Inside the file your private folder will be created and inside that you can save the file, and your file is user4.txt. Again you use same bunch of code. And then for reading operation we need separate class. For this class you can again use file. Again you have to follow same process. File is user1.text. This reading operation is nothing but for internal cache. If the data is null, then user.setText data, else no data is found. Okay, if data is not null, data will set, otherwise no data found. Then for reading operation you use file input stream, and here this bunch of code we have seen in previous tutorial. By using string buffer object, data will be stored in the buffer if the data is not null. Then same way you have to perform for external cache, external public and external private. Only the method will be different in the file class. Here for external cache, get external cache dir. Then for third external public there is a use of get external storage public, and for the fourth one get external file dir. Now you will find out this all code is little bit complicated, but don't be worried, it's very easy. Once we switch on Android Studio you will easily understand. Then in the next tutorial we will do the programming for reading and writing operation for storing data externally and internal cache. So don't forget to see the next tutorial for your better understanding. Thank you.